part of our series. Uh, we're going to read. I'm going to read the first page of John Stuart Mill, an autobiography. This is a very famous book of his, and we know John Stuart Mill is that famous uh, thinker of the Enlightenment, of supporter of liberalism. He's one of the fathers of what we call liberalism broadly. So this is autobiography, chapter one: childhood and early education. It seems proper It seems proper that I should prefix to the following biographical sketch, which is actually a whole book, not sketch, some mention of the reasons which have made me think it desirable that I should leave behind me such a memorial of so uneventful a life as mine. Quite a humble guy. I do not for a moment imagine that any part of what I have to relate can be interesting to the public as a narrative or as being connected with myself. But I have thought that in an age when in which education and its improvement are the subject of more, if not of profounder study than at any former period of English history, right? It may be useful that there should be some record of an education which is unusual and remarkable, and which, whatever else it may have done, has proved how much more than is commonly supposed may be taught and well taught in those early years, which, in the common modes of what is called instruction, are little better than wasted. It has also seemed to me that in an age of transition in opinions, there may be somewhat both of interest and of benefit in noting the successive phases of any mind which is always pressing forward, equally ready to learn and to unlearn, either from its own thoughts or from those of others, but a motive which weighs more with me than either of these, either of these is a desire to make acknowledgement of the debts which my intellectual and moral development owes to other persons, some of them of recognized eminence, others less known than they deserve to be, and the one to whom most of all is due, one whom the world has had no opportunity of knowing. The reader whom these things do not interest has only himself to blame if he reads farther, and I do not desire any other indulgence from him than that of bearing in mind that for him these pages were not written. He's saying to the reader, I didn't write for you. I was born in London on the 20th of May, 1805, and was the eldest son of James Mill, the author of the History of British India. My father, the son of a petty tradesman, and I believe small farmer, at Northwater uh, Bridge in the county of Angus, was, when a boy, recommended by his abilities to the notice of Sir John Stuart of Fetter Cane, one of the barons of the Exchequer in Scotland, and was in consequence sent to the University of Edinburgh at the expense of a fund established by Lady Jane Stuart, the wife of Sir John Stuart, and some other ladies for educating young men for the Scottish Church. Let's stop here. The first page of this great book, it's a classic book called An Autobiography by John Stuart Mill. Thank you.